Welcome to Smash Daily Podcast. Without you, this wouldn't be possible. And thank you guys for subscribing. We're blessed enough to have an interview with Trevor Thacker. How are you doing today, man?
I'm doing good, Seth, man. Thanks for having me, brother.
No problem. And you used to be signed to a label, didn't you?
Actually, I did. Yeah, this is not my first rodeo in this. When I got out of high school, I actually went to Pikeville College and played baseball. And I've always liked music. I've always liked playing, and I would go around, festivals and things and play. And I went to a festival in Wise, Virginia, and played at the Wise County Fair. And that particular year that they were having, it was pretty big. It was I think Allison Krauss was there, Kenny Chesney was there. So there were some pretty well-known names there. And but I was just on the bill. I just played. And so long story short, I went back to school and forgotten about it, back in the grind of baseball practice and class and things. So I came home on weekend. I'm originally from Elkhorn City, and I came home on weekend and brought my laundry home. And I was back in my bedroom in my parents' house asleep, and my mom came running back, and she woke me up, and she said, "Trevor, there's a guy on the phone for you. His name's Kenny Starr, and if it's the same guy, that I'm thinking about, me and your dad saw him in concert like back in the '70s." So I was like, "Well, give me the phone." So he invited me to Nashville, and I went down, and he and Loretta Lynn had started this label, and it was a little independent label, and they were looking for acts, and my dad and I went down, and when we were there, he got me to play 3 or 4 songs. I walked in, and his office was filled with gold records on the walls. Loretta and Conway. Kenny, my producer at the time, actually, he toured with Loretta and Conway for like 6 years. So he had a number one song. Yeah. He had a number one song himself. And I think it was in the mid 70s, 74, 76, somewhere in there. It's called The Blind Man in the Bleachers. And if you like music, go listen to that. That song it was a number one. It was a really good song. So he represented me for, the length of my contract. And as in music, it happens sometimes, people get into financial troubles, and they do things. So one day I was home, I was here, and got a call from Nashville that, Loretta was pulling the plug on the label, and it was, she wasn't going to get, put any more money in it. So, there I was without a ride. I went to a couple other labels, and, what short time I was, down there, but it just never worked out. So, I came home, but that was back in 2000, and that was a thing of it too. There was no social media then when I was trying to come up. So I think that adds a whole new dynamic.
A lot harder times to make it.
It was, back then it was pay your dues, kind of thing, and go to the bars, and so now you can reach a lot more people. I think it's
through Facebook and Twitter and all that stuff, and YouTube.
Yeah, man, it's well, that's like one day I created a YouTube channel a while back, and I just got a couple of videos on there so far. But
send me a link to it, and I'll put it in the description of this video.
Oh, cool, man. I will. Yeah, for sure. But I was on there one day, and I think we talked about it earlier. My cousin is Chris Stapleton's bass player, so I'm kind of biased in a way, I guess. And I knew Chris, when we were growing up, and it's. But I logged into YouTube, was looking, watching videos one day, and I saw a subscription notification in the bottom, and I looked on it, and Chris, he subscribed to my YouTube channel. So that was pretty cool, it was pretty cool subscription,
You're actually gonna play some Chris Stapleton for us, right? If you want to play, you can play right now if you want to.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I am a fan of him. Like I said, I tell people all the time that Chris's bass player, JT Cures, he's my cousin. So we, when we were in high school, JT and I had a band, and it was actually, so we played all over in Pike County, and with a guy named Kenny O'Quinn, and he used to play with Republic Steel and Dave Atkins and those guys. And but in high school we had a band, so I tell people when I'm playing shows and stuff, I'm like, Chris Stapleton stole my first bass player, so I kind of joke about it and stuff. So, yeah, man, I knew Chris when we were younger, and I knew he was special, but you never knew at JT's garage that he was going to turn into what he was, but he's a quiet guy, super guy. And probably a lot of people know, Chris writes, he was writing years before.
Yeah, he wrote for other singers, yeah.
Yeah, and he's written songs, and I know a lot of people nowadays they're listening to him do the original, and they're just like, whoa, why didn't you record that? So but this is one of those songs. He wrote this for Tim McGraw, and it's a really good song, but it's called Whiskey and You. Here's a bottle on a dresser by your ring, and it's empty. So right now I don't feel a thing. I'll be hurting when I wake up on the floor. I'll be over it, I know. And that's the difference between whiskey and you. Come tomorrow, I can walk in any store, it ain't a problem. Yeah, they'll always sell more, but your forgiveness, no, that's something I can buy, not a thing that I can do. And that's the difference between whiskey and you. One's a devil, one keeps driving me insane. Sometimes I wonder, they're both the same. One's a liar, helps to hide me from my pain. One's a long gone bitter truth. And that's the difference between whiskey and you. I've got a problem. No, it ain't like what you think. I drank because I'm lonesome. I'm lonesome because I drank. If I don't break down, oh, bring it on myself. Hit a hit at a blue. Oh, that's the difference between whiskey and you. One's a devil, one keeps driving me insane. Sometimes I wonder, they're both the same. One's a liar, helps to hide me from my pain. One's a long gone Oh, that's the difference between whiskey and you. Oh, that's the difference between whiskey and you.
Good
Yeah, that's a
job,
good one.
man.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, that's a really good one, man. That's just one of the many that he
Chris
does.
has you.
Oh man.
I gotta ask you a question. Um,
Yes, sir.
you impressed me so much that I have a weekly podcast with another guy. His podcast is called Chasing the Graph. Me and him both do a podcast every Sunday at 9:30 p.m. And
Yes.
we've been doing 2 episodes. And I'm gonna ask you, do you want to be on this Sunday? This Sunday coming up at 9:30 p.m. through
Sure, man.
same process here through Zoom. I'm
Love to.
actually gonna save some questions that I was gonna ask today for Sunday because
Okay.
me and
Cool.
him have an awesome podcast together. He's a great guy, and yeah, he'll have some autograph questions for you. It's gonna be a lot of fun, man.
Oh, cool, man. I'm looking forward to it. So looking forward to
Cool,
it.
man. You impressed me so much. I'm going to
Thank you, man.
give you the spot on the show this Sunday at 9:30 p.m.
Awesome, man. Looking forward to it, brother.
Do have a few more questions for you though.
Yes, sir. Shoot.
Do you have any upcoming shows?
Uh, well, last Saturday at Summit City, that was, the pandemic has played, man, it's destroyed people like myself, that go out and play, the gig workers and stuff like that. So it's hurt us bad. I think that things that, are starting to open back up, and, and it's like I tell my wife, Jessica, I think there's, we've been locked down so long, and we've, been, can't live our normal lives for so long. I think people are wanting to, I think the live music's going to explode. I think it's coming. So last Saturday we played at Summit City Lounge in Whitesburg, Kentucky, and it was an awesome crowd. I mean, the people were up on stage singing with me, and it was awesome. So as of right now, we're always, looking to book shows. But yeah, we're working on it right now. Anybody that would, as far as, booking information and stuff like that, you can message me, you can message me or email me.
What is your email?
My email is, it's all little letters, thack2424@gmail.com. Email me, or you can, you can find me and my wife on Facebook, me on Twitter at thack24. Yeah, I mean, we're ready to get going, and it's slowly starting to open back up. So, we're hoping to add as many shows as we can.
What's your YouTube page?
It's Trevor Thacker. Yeah, just go in there and yeah, it's my channel. So like I said, we're going to start adding some more videos to it. We're just now toying with it a little bit. So, but yeah,
this is going on YouTube.
Oh, awesome. Okay. Good deal. But yeah, looking forward to booking as many shows as we can. I want to see as many people as I can see. I want to play as many songs as I can play. So.
Yeah. Have you ever played with Chris Stapleton? Like you and Chris ever played music together?
We one time, but it was like I said, we knew Chris sang, but we didn't know. Well, I mean, we knew we were, JT and I knew he was, next level, but he's a quiet guy. He's kind of to himself guy. So, but one night we were in the garage. I tell people sometimes when we were in high school, we were Beatles and Green Day and the heavy stuff at the time, the popular stuff. Well, at that time, Chris was already full blown bluegrass. So while, we always practiced in JT's garage or up at my grandparents, but a lot of times it was at JT's garage behind his mom and dad's house. And we would be over here playing the, Hey Jude or 8 Days a Week. And he was over here playing Western Flat. So, but and we would kind of, I would at the time, we would kind of, egg him, hey man, get over here and help us sing, and he would, but yeah, he was already light years ahead of us, so he was just super guy and super musician. Well, I think he'll go down as one of the best ever for sure.
Yeah, especially in Kentucky.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
if not the best from Kentucky.
Yeah. He's definitely up there. I mean, you gotta. He's just got one of those unique voices that
nobody can mock it. Nobody can
no,
mock his voice or anything. It's very
as soon as you hear it,
here, to be honest. Well, him and Tyler Childers.
Yeah. Tyler, actually, Tyler and I, through some mutual friends, we were going to try to get together a couple Thanksgivings ago and play, and he came home for Thanksgiving there. It was right before he signed the big deal, and we were going to try to get together on a Thanksgiving play. I've been dying to play with him, and conflicting schedules, and it couldn't work out, but hoping to do that one day maybe.
Yeah, and hopefully you can get some shows upcoming.
Oh man, love to. And like I said, anybody out there wanting some live music, I mean, I like to interact with the crowd. I like to get them into it. I like to, I like them singing along. So it's a fun show. I mean, it's like I said, last Saturday night we had, I think most of the crowd was probably up on stage with us singing.
Was it a big crowd?
I think, Jessica, my wife, said like, I don't know, 60, 70, somewhere in there. So, it was a good crowd, and they were receptive and, like I said, singing along with us. She did a Facebook Live on her Facebook page, and so it was neat, man. It was a great first show, of the year. It was better.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, it was definitely.
Yeah, send me a link to your YouTube page, and I'll put it in the description of this video.
Oh, I sure will, man, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Then Sunday, we'll interview you again at 9:30 p.m. if that's good with you.
Man, that sounds good, man. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, Chasing the Graph has some great questions about autographs, man.
Okay. All right. I'll get ready.
Yeah. You have signed autographs before, ain't you?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I say you have some interesting stories. I'll say that.
Yeah.
We'll save them for Thursday. I mean for Sunday.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah. It's gonna be a very good interview, man. I appreciate you doing this interview, man. And
oh man, thank you for
having people find you again on your social medias.
Yeah, you can look me up on Facebook, under my name, Trevor Thacker. Twitter, same thing. My handle's Thacker, actually it's TreyThack24. And you can go on the YouTube channel, just type in go to the search bar, type my name in, it'll take you to it. So yeah, and if anybody needs any shows or anything, let us know. We'll be happy to come, and we'll have a good time.
Okay. Thank you for being on, man. This has been the interview with Trevor Thacker. I want to thank him for doing the interview, and without you guys, this podcast wouldn't be possible. Y'all have a good night, and God bless, and you too. You have a good night, and God bless Trevor as well.
You too, Seth, and thank you for having me again.
No problem, man.